You want to go down the list of teams
Let's do it, bro.
in the league and say their starter goes out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Would they prefer trading for Justin Fields or sticking with their backup?
I'm definitely down. Let's do it.
All
Hey,
right.
and after we do this exercise, we're going to start the show like how we normally do, but let us cook real quick, all right? If y'all digging it, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe.
Rams, Stafford goes down. They have Jimmy G.
I stick Jimmy G.
He's got a 2-game PED suspension he's got to overcome, but as long as Stafford don't get hurt.
Don't get the first 2 games. Just get out the first 2, we good. But I'm more with Jimmy
Browns, Jameis Winston.
G. I'll stick Jameis.
Bengals, Jake Browning.
I'm sticking Browning, but because of what we talked about earlier.
Yeah, I think they're sticking with Browning.
Yeah.
Colts with Flacco.
It could get weird. But I'm gonna rock with Flacco because of what he just did last year. We did see him kind of get lightning in the bottle.
So Raiders, it's either Minshew or O'Connell.
Oh man.
So if O'Connell goes down, it's Minshew's the backup. If Minshew goes down, O'Connell's the backup. What are they doing? Now, what would you do? What do you think they're doing?
I could see the Raiders allowing both of those dudes opportunities.
That's what I think too.
Yeah. Because I don't think either one of them are world beaters, but the way that they're vibing out there, I think that they would, be on this whole team. We bought in. Both of these guys are capable. And Antonio Pierce, that's definitely like how he preaches to them dudes anyways. So, yeah, I think they're going to stick with that.
Panthers, Andy Dalton.
Oh, man.
I think you're calling for Fields.
Fields. Yeah.
I think now we're getting into the conversation.
I think it could be Fieldy. Yeah.
Jets with Tyrod.
Tyrod's not gonna play bad, so you get about them stadiums. You good with that?
You're sticking with Tyrod.
I'm sticking with my dog, bro. Don't do that.
I think that's the perfect example
Don't
to trade
you
for
do
Fields because
that.
Fields he could be
my
your future.
gosh. Really?
We know Rodgers is up there in age.
Really?
You might as well test out a Fields.
my
I do.
gosh. Oh my
No disrespect to the
gosh.
757.
That
but
is crazy, man. My fashion icon. You saw him featured on NFL's Instagram. They was like, look at the fits. Just look at him. Aaron Rodgers even had to call him out, right? He was like, yo, he could dress. He got that. That's what he do. All right. So, hey.
Niners, Dobbs. Is Dobbs their main backup?
I think if he's their main backup, shout out to my
think you're
astronaut.
calling for Fields.
Dobbs, you know his love. You know you my favorite rocket scientist, but unfortunately, I think
he
Fields
really
gets the
their
call,
top
bro.
backup?
Is he the top one? Oh, don't tell me it's the top one.
They also have Brandon Allen.
He's
but-
the top backup, bro.
Yeah.
Dobbs.
I
The top
think Dobbs
backup,
is the
bro.
bigger name.
Yeah, Dobbs definitely the bigger one. So I think in that scenario, Fields is very intriguing. Yeah, and if you think about it, Fields and Dobbs athletically, their profiles are very similar. We just know that Fields has been more accomplished, but in terms of their style of play, they do favor each other a lot.
Patriots with May. That's a no, right?
Yeah, because that's the same as the Minnesota scenario.
Falcons,
and
Penix.
don't they have a Brissett as their backup up there?
I think
Anyhow,
Brissett's going to
yeah.
start the season.
Yeah,
So I think they're saying I'd be saying if Brissett went down, they would obviously go with May.
yeah.
But then, if it's reversed and May goes down, I don't think they're trading for Fields.
Nah.
They're just going to be like, this season sucks.
Yeah,
Falcons with Penix, no.
yeah.
Jaguars with Mac Jones.
I'm gonna say no.
Are they sticking with him or trying to get
The
Fields?
only reason I say no, Mac just got down there this year. So I think that they might look at that scenario
I think
how
they'd
we
give
look
him
at
Mac a
Justin
couple
Fields.
games.
That's what I'm saying. Like how we look at Justin Fields as whatever happened prior to you coming here, we're not holding that against you, but we're treating you as this is your blank slate. Come out here and prove it. I think that they would look at Mac Jones very similarly. And you can make a case that Mac has had his success. I mean, he was a Pro Bowler. So
Yeah, he legitimately played good
you know
his
what I
rookie
mean?
year.
So it's like you have at least seen some consistency from him throughout the season.
Doug Peterson, offensive coach.
Yep.
At least Mac's been there through
Mhm.
the offseason. So, yeah, I think they'd give him a chance.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Carson Wentz. I think they're sticking with
They're
Wentz.
I don't like it, but they will.
The Andy Reid connection.
I'm not a Wentz guy, but they
I
would
don't think-
definitely do it.
Yeah,
They would
Wentz wasn't
definitely
with
do it.
Reid, but he
Nah,
was
but it's
with
Philly.
Peterson
Yeah.
and Philly. Yeah, I think they'd
Mhm.
stick with Wentz.
They would. I don't like it, though, but they would definitely do it.
Seahawks and Sam Howell. I think they'd stick with Howell.
Yeah.
Eagles, Pickett.
Ooh, they calling him up. They calling him up. You know they calling Fields up. We was calling Fields up, so why wouldn't they call Fields up? This is the exact same thing that happened to us. We called up Justin.
they're giving
so they
Pickett
gonna
a
call up
chance.
No, they call it Justin on speed. Hey, yo, Justin, what's up? They gonna hit Whittle first. They say, yo, Whittle, you know how we do business, bro. Don't play, man. Hook us up, bro. You know that. They for certain call
I think
Fields,
they're
bro.
giving Pickett a chance.
They're calling
I will
Fields.
admit, Fields would fit the Eagles system like Hurts
He's like
does.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, it would fit.
Come on. You can make a case. Who's the better athlete?
I think they're giving Pickett
Fields
a
or
chance.
Hurts? Who's the better athlete? Oh.
I guess that's the one we disagree on. That's why they'll give Pickett the chance. They like Pickett.
Hey, look, Tyrod don't get the chance, but Pickett get the chance. Oh, heck no, man. Heck no. Absolutely not. If my dog Tyrod ain't getting that chance, man, Kenny definitely get that chance then, man.
Tyson Bagent with the Bears.
Oh, it's over. Nah, you can't bring him back, though. You can't bring him back.
Oh, yeah.
You can't bring him back. Absolutely not. You can't do that.
Yeah, no way. Cooper Rush, Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm calling. I'm definitely calling. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to Cooper Rush, but I'm calling.
If he's out, if Dak's out for the season,
that's what we
you
saying.
might as well.
Yeah, because that's what we're
It's
saying.
not
like,
a few games.
The QB is gone for the whole year. Right.
I agree.
And
with
it's still on a 1 year, so it's not gonna take away from Dak going forward.
Well, it could if Fields does
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, because Dak hasn't got the new contract just yet either.
Yeah. I'm with you then. That's all the more reason they would make the call. Mason Rudolph, Tennessee.
I'm calling Phils. Actually, they're gonna let him get a shot, but I think Phils is on the quick like, yo, Pittsburgh. He got a quarter of looking not like the Mason at the end of last season, and I'm hitting y'all. I'm calling like.
Yeah, I think they're giving Mason the shot. I already told you. I think Mason starts at some point this season, with or without
how many quarterbacks
Levis
they
getting
used the
injured.
past 2 years, man.
Yeah,
we saw Dobbs start after getting signed. I think it was 2 days prior. Played halfway decent too, man. Shout out Dobbs.
Yeah, Mason's getting a start this year.
Okay.
And it's because Levis gets hurt, or not because Levis gets hurt. It's going to be Levis's poor play that could potentially get Mason in there.
I know you're not a fan of Levis, man. I just think that people think that Levis at the end of the day,
I get
when
it.
it's all
He's got
said and
talent.
done, they think he gonna be way, he gonna have that thing on him.
He's got talent. I'm
Yeah.
not going to deny that. Drew Lock with the Giants.
I'm calling the Giants. I'm calling Fields.
Yeah, I think you
There's
might
no
as
way I'm
well.
sticking with Drew. Can't do it.
They'll give him a chance, though, because of some of his upside.
Yeah.
A couple games. Texans with Davis Mills.
Nah, Davis actually played well, man. I like.
And
Davis.
they already got their
Yeah.
guy, C.J. Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings we talked about.
The Vikings, I can see them being interested in it, but I think Darnold is in the same Mason and the other cat we just named, in the sense of you're gonna at least allow those guys opportunities to fail, because you think that, man, we've seen them have some type of success. They've been here throughout this whole offseason, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Mike White, Miami Dolphins.
I'm calling him. I'm calling Phils up. I know you like Mike White.
I think Mike White's legit.
I'm calling Phils.
Yeah, that could be intriguing.
Yeah. Mike White is what we thought, I think Jake Brown is what we thought Mike White was going to be. That's how the way you talked your Mike White up for that game and a half, was like, no, bro, he ain't no Jake Brown. He cool, though.
I think they'd stick with a Mike White.
I hope not. I mean, well, I hope for us they would, but I could see them being very intrigued by Justin Fields sitting on this bench, and we like, Mike White, Justin Fields.
I think I'd put them in the category if they'd give Mike White a few games.
Okay.
Easton Stick with the Chargers. Yeah, I think you call Fields.
Yeah, I could see that. Could
Harbaugh with how much he likes to run it too.
I could definitely see that. Phil's game is comparable to a Justin Herbert style of play.
Cardinals, Desmond Ritter. Absolutely. You're calling up Fields.
Nah, you ain't calling Fields.
Really? No.
I think they want to allow Ritter some
Man.
opportunity. I just think Ritter doesn't have as much exposure as we've seen from other quarterbacks that we're naming. That's all.
Man.
And I think his game might be just buttoned up enough that it's not going to kill you.
If I'm the Cardinals, I'm calling immediately. Commanders with Marcus Mariota. They already have Jaden Daniels. They just
I don't
drafted
think
him.
so. As much as I would like to, I think Mariota is just like the older version of where Justin Fields currently is right now.
Yeah, I think they're just tanking the season at that point. If Jaden Daniels goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Johnson, Baltimore Ravens. I think they're calling for Fields.
Where's the Pro Bowler at?
I think he's with the Browns. I think he's QB3 with the Browns now.
Ooh, you might be right. Never mind then. They'll call him up.
They will, but
Call up
we
Justin.
can't give the Ravens Fields.
What if they offered a second?
It'd have to be a second or first.
I was about to say, if
Something
they
like
offer
that.
the right thing, I think we send him over there, bro. He could be wearing that black and purple. We'd be like, I hate him for that, but hey, that second round pick, nice.
Dude, if they're rocking with Josh Johnson, they're going to have to make a call to
You
us.
see what
They're
I'm
going to have to
saying?
make a call to some
Like,
team
they're
for their
calling
backup.
somebody.
Yeah.
And it's Baltimore. Baltimore, I mean, they under Harbaugh, they keeping it where they ain't going to be god-awful, even if Lamar were to go down.
Like, yeah, you got to get one of these quarterbacks I mentioned over Josh Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you call
That's
the
what I'm
Titans for
saying.
Mason.
Yeah.
Maybe
You're going to call somebody. You might even call Kenny over
Yeah,
Josh.
that's
You're
what I
like,
mean,
yo,
like-
Kenny, hey, man, let me just see. I'm curious. Yeah.
You're calling for one of these
Yeah.
guys over Josh Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I mean, even Mariota.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like the fact that, shout out to Josh though, man.
Trubisky with the Bills.
You got Danucci over there. So even if Trubisky ain't, you got Danucci, so we good.
You're sticking with Trubisky and
I'm
Danucci over Fields.
Danucci. It's more so Danucci
Oh,
because
man.
if Mitch doesn't work out, I know I have a JMU guy that can come in there
man.
and make it happen. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. And shout out to Mitch. All right, but I know I got Danucci, so I feel confident. Danucci won some games last year. Don't forget, or a couple years ago. He had a little hiatus since then, but he's had some success.
I think Bills are in a tough spot if Allen goes down.
Just
as if
100% they are. Yes.
just as if the Bills
Yeah.
or the Bengals having Burrow go down, any of
Yes.
that, like it's going to be tough. Like
look, because I'm be over here like, huh.
I don't think Fields is saving you, is what I'm saying.
And Deke,
Whereas like I think if Fields goes to like
Yeah.
the Ravens or like the Chargers, like
he has a chance. Yeah.
right, with the certain systems they got.
And he'd be upgrades over those guys. I think for what the Bills ask of Josh, I think that would be a lot for Justin Fields to come in there and just do. And especially doing it without the offseason. But what I was saying is I'm kind of conflicted because if Josh were to go down based on, where we currently are up there, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to just let it ride. And then you go out there and pick early, get you some new reinforcements next year. I'm not sure. I've caught on to that.
You don't have faith in Mitch like that.
No. It's not about having faith in Mitch. But if the expectation is going to a Super Bowl and winning it, I don't personally feel Mitch is delivering that. So if I don't think he's going to deliver that anyways, I'm fine with allowing that to play out. And then I'm just going to get me a nice draft acquisition. And hopefully that talent could come here. And now when he's back the following year, I have me a higher end resource to help him out. Because remember, they did not have a first round pick this year.
So you'd be rooting for the Bills to lose.
It's not rooting for them to lose. It's just you understand what the scenario is. It's a difference between when you legitimately feel like you can win a Super Bowl versus when it's like, yo, all these other things got to go right for us to have a chance to be in that game. That's all I'm saying. In Buffalo, with Josh there, you seen what they've done since he's been there. You seen what it looked like before he was there, though. And that's all I'm saying. I've seen it before. I'm not in a rush to see the after just yet. So it's like, yo, we could just pause that in between and just get him some more hope for the next year. That's all. I'm taking that's page out of your book, Deke. I feel like you would do something like that, man.
When you have a franchise guy, you
Man,
don't
that's what
take
you
it
would
for
do,
granted.
bro. Yeah. You would do the same. You'd be like, yo, we're going to let this year play out, and then we're going to get a better resource to help him out next year. Now we back up. Yeah.
Few more.
All right.
Jared Stidham with the Broncos. Damn. They might. I don't even know if they'd go with him. Maybe they'd try with Zach Wilson. I think they're going to start with Bo Nix.
Nix is going to get the start. I think so. Yeah. But Wilson being there is intriguing also.
Yeah, I think they'd just try with him. Sudfeld with the Lions. Yeah, I think you call Fields.
Yeah. Because I was wondering would there be any hesitancy because of the familiarity in the division. Maybe they've seen him and how Steeler fans talk about Lamar Jackson at times, right? You would think that he was the worst quarterback in the NFL. But it's like, yo, if he was available, would we go get him there? So that's the part I'm like, if you're a Detroit fan, you might have talked about Justin Fields in Chicago like he's got off.
Lamar's legit, though.
Oh,
I think it's a different story.
You're saying he's legit. I say he's legit, but there's a lot of people that don't say he's legit.
He doesn't play good against us.
And they take that and they run with it. And they lose their mind behind that right there. And maybe for Detroit, they look at Fields and say similar things. That's all.
They might. I think that'd be more valid than saying that about Lamar, though.
I'm with you. But they say it a lot. Trust me, you know this, man. We're gonna get to that Ravens. Man, Lamar Sykes just running back and quarterback. Started like, all right, bro.
Fields is better than Nate Sudfeld, though. You gotta take a chance there. Kyle Trask with the Buccaneers.
He's been down there for a minute. I think they give him an opportunity.
I think they would.
Yeah, he's been down there since Brady. They'll give him an opportunity.
Sean Clifford, Packers.
That's interesting.
Oh, God.
But it's once again a division.
And they have their franchise guy. Said you want to give up assets for a dude that's only going to be a 1-year rental. I think you would, though. I think this would be similar to the Chargers. This would just at least give you a chance for this season.
Because they feel roster-wise that they still have enough to compete.
Yeah, Sean Clifford ain't giving you any hope.
Not at all.
Last one, Saints. Jake Hayner.
Yes. Calling
So probably we
sound about 10, 12 teams.
I was going to say around half the teams.
Yeah.
Maybe some of those teams you're giving the backup you have a chance. So depending on when the injury happens, that could affect things. Because if it's after the trade deadline or right before the trade deadline, they're probably not making the move. But if it's early on and Mac Jones is sucking it up for the Jaguars a little bit, then maybe a team like that makes a call. But even aside from that, I'd say at least 10 teams. Yeah, starter goes down like immediately. They're making the call.
And this is the thing too. And shout out to Mike Cook. I see you in the chat, man. He's looking at it as we're trying to get rid of him. It's not an issue of trying to get rid of any of our players, but when you look around the league and you understand the value that is placed upon quarterback and the need for those guys to play well for your teams to have a chance to legitimately make a run in the postseason, we're talking about Fields being our number 2 behind Russell Wilson in this scenario. If Fields is our number 2 behind Russ in the season and these other teams have lost their starting quarterback like we just saw in Minnesota, Justin Fields is very appealing to those guys. That's the reason why he was so appealing to us this offseason. That's what we called. Was like, yo, bring him on in. So all we saying is, man, with the way that some of these injuries have happened and with our current situation, there is a potential that these teams will eventually call us if something is going wrong. So we just having that convo. That's it. Let's
the
not
Vikings
act like
are
Fields
calling
is
the
not
Cardinals,
like, come on, bro. What are we talking about?
For Josh Dobbs last year,
like what are we? What are we talking about, man? Seriously,
for any team if their starter goes down.
Like what? Yeah. Like you said, Josh Dobbs was the one they called, and that was their answer a year ago. You're not going to tell me Justin Fields sitting here for what, $5 million? How much he got? $5 million? Something like that, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it ain't crazy money. If that's available as your backup, man, of course they're going to call and say, hey, Omar, what does the number? What's the number? Right?
Yeah, they're at least going to be interested. And then it's up to us to say yes or no.
Now, if Omar were to do it for a 5th or a 6th, I think that's a way different conversation than a 2nd and a 3rd. But we not going to act like if a team offers a 2nd or a 3rd for Justin Fields, we're going to turn our nose and say, oh,
if Russ is doing good too, like, season's going well. And Fields is more of an afterthought.
Right. Like, y'all know better than that. No, don't do that. Yeah.
You have to.
No.
You have to think about it.
So that's my whole thing, man. It's like, I don't want either of our guys to be gone because we do finally feel like we have a dope QB room where we have multiple options, and that's why it's been a little exciting up until the recent reports from the squad, you know what I mean, about how they view that quarterback room now. But that's definitely shout out to Mike. He said, yo, just unplug the phone then. Don't even worry about the offer. Unplug the phone. I like your style, baby. But Omar, he a businessman. That's all I'm saying, man. Omar gonna look at that and say, hey, I can get this 2nd. I still got my QB that's playing in Russ anyways. Let's go ahead and make this thing shake. I don't like it per se, but that's all, man.